welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with the latest news from Israel. Israeli security forces have arrested 6 alleged members of Hamas terror cell, who are accused of planning and carrying out a suicide bombing attack in Jerusalem last month. On April 18th, Abed al-Hamid Sroor boarded a public bus in the Holy City and detonated an explosive device. He injured 19 people and killed himself in the first suicide bombing in the Jewish state since 2004. Since the attack, the Shin Bet and the Israeli Defense Forces have been on a mission to track down Sroor's accomplices, and now they've discovered that a Hamas terror cell was behind the attack. The cell is reportedly made up of 6 Palestinian men who all hail from the Bethlehem area, and they're being handed over to a military court for indictment. The New York Times has removed quotation marks around occupation from the phrase Israel's occupation of the West Bank and Gaza in one of its articles last week. The quotation marks were originally used in the article, which focused on Bernie Sanders' push to change the Democratic Party's stance on Israel. They were then removed after Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald criticized the Times' use of the quotation marks, calling it abject cowardice. The Times did not add an editor's note to the article after removing the quotation marks, but the print version of the article in the A1 section of the New York Times still includes them. For all of you proud Jews out there, have you ever heard of the Yiddish word cromlech? It turns out 13-year-old jairam Hathwar has. The teenager was asked to spell the word in the final round of the US's most prestigious spelling bee on Thursday night, and he got it right. Cromlech are small, fat, fried matzah meal cakes that are traditionally eaten by Jews during Passover. Jairam's successful spelling of the word led him to be crowned the co-champion of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, which was broadcast live on ESPN. He'll be taking a $40,000 prize home and maybe even a newfound appreciation for old Jewish tradition. The famous Jewish surgeon Henry Heimlich has finally lived up to his namesake, after saving a woman from choking on her food at his senior living center. Heimlich is known for developing the Heimlich maneuver, an emergency technique to save someone who's choking. It turns out the 96-year-old Cincinnati surgeon never actually had the chance to use the technique himself. Until now, that is. Dr. Heimlich finally put his maneuver to good use when an 87-year-old woman started choking on a hamburger near him. He quickly helped her dislodge the food from her airway, and she soon recovered. Heimlich says the experience has made him appreciate how wonderful it is to have been able to save so many lives through his technique. That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you tomorrow with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.